Welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll discuss about how to interface 8051 microcontroller with digital to analog converter. So in this experiment, we use the 8051 microcontroller kit. Along with that, we use DAC 0808. It is a digital to analog converter chip. It is an 8-bit digital to analog converter. It is available on board. The input to the digital to analog converter is an 8-bit digital signal. Here it is shown as D0 to D7. The output of this 8051 microcontroller is connected as the digital inputs to the DAC. So the output of the digital to analog converter is, it will convert whatever the digital signal we will apply at D0 to D7, that will be converted to equivalent analog value. So that we can connect it to CRO to check the amplitude. For example, if the inputs are all the 8 bits D0 to D7 are 000, after converting that digital signal to equivalent analog value, so you will get 0 volts. Say for example, if your input is all are 11, so I mean FFH, then you will get a maximum amplitude at this output. Basically, this will give you the current output. So that will be converted to a voltage by connecting a resistance across the load. So it is on board, it is connected. So here we use the port 1 of 8051 microcontroller to connect the inputs of the DAC. Even instead of port 1, even we can use other ports also. To calculate the equivalent analog value for any particular given digital signal, we use this equation. So I out, it is our current output. The DAC IC will give you the output in the form of current. So that will be converted to voltage by connecting a resistance across the output. So the reference current, based on the reference, you will get the current output. For example, if you assume that reference current is 2 milliamps. Accordingly, after substituting the values for D0 to D7, so you will get the equivalent current output. So that can be converted to voltage by connecting a resistance across the output. So D7 to D0 represents a digital input signal. D0 is a LSB bit, D7 is the MSB bit. Suppose if all the bits are 111, so then all the bits becomes 111. So by substituting the values for D0 to D7, we can calculate the equivalent analog output theoretically. Then finally we can verify by using the CRO also. Now we will see the program to generate a square wave. Basically the DAC is, by using the DAC we can generate various waveforms like square wave, triangular wave, staircase or sine wave. So this is a program to generate a square wave. If you take the square wave, there are only two logic levels. So 0 level and maximum level. Only there are two logic levels. So suppose that means if the square wave consists of on and off periods. That if you take the total period of the square wave, it is a combination of on period plus off period. To get the off period, we have to send 00H to the DAC. To get a maximum amplitude, we have to send FFH to the DAC through the port 0 of 8051 microcontroller. That is a very simple logic. Only just we are sending 00H to get the off period of the square wave. To get a on period, we are sending FFH to the DAC input through port 0 of 8051 microcontroller. We will see the logic used in this program once. So ORG 00H means the program starts at 00H address. Initially, first we are moving 00H immediate value to the accumulator. Now the accumulator will get the value of 00H. Then move P0, A. So the same value 00H, we are sending it to port 0. So the port 0 here acting as an output port. Whatever the data coming from port 0 of 8051 microcontroller, that will go to the DAC inputs D0 to D7 of DAC 0808 chip. That will convert the digital signal to equivalent analog value. So then we are calling the delay. If you take a on period or off period. It has, say, for example, 100 milliseconds or 200 milliseconds. So we have to generate that much delay by calling a delay subroutine. A call delay, it is a subroutine call. So then whenever this instruction is executed, the program control will transfer to that subroutine. So move R1, 0 FFH. So R1 is initialized with FFH. Then R2 is initialized with 0 FH. Then DJNZ R2, loop 1. So decrement jump if non-zero. So until the R2 becomes 0, it keep on decrementing the R2 value, and the same LP1 will be executed repeatedly in this program. So 0 FH means 16 times, starting from 0 up to 15. Totally 16 times the internal loop will be executed, that is LP1. Once this loop is executed, then R1 will be decremented by 1. So then again it will enter the inner loop. Like that the loops will be repeated. Totally these loops will be executed. FFH 255 into this 0 FFH into 0 FH. That many times the loop will be executed. So depending on your the frequency requirement or the delay or time period, you can vary this values. By varying these values, we can vary the frequency of the wave we are generated. Okay, here repeatedly we are sending 00H. Then we are waiting for some delay so that you will get the off period of the square wave. Then once then come back to the program. Then we are sending move A, 0 FFH so that you will get on period of the square wave. So that we are sending it to again port 0. Then again we are calling the delay. So this is the delay for off period. This is the delay for on period of the square wave. So HJMP again, so that this loop will be repeated in the main program so that you will get the continuous waveform. So this is the program logic. Then we'll see how to program the 8051 microcontroller. So after creating the program here, you have to select the target one. Then go to options for target 1. So here you have to choose the frequency of the crystal oscillator, and also you have to choose the option create X file. We have to create X file. X file will be programmed to 8051 microcontroller. Check this option, create X file. Then in the device, target device, you have to change the frequency as 11.0592 megahertz. By default, sometimes it will take 30 megahertz, but you have to change this value to 11.0592 megahertz. That is the onboard crystal frequency which are used in this particular kit. Then click OK. So then build the target. Click on the build target. So now we can see that creating X file from square wave. It is created the X file and also 0 errors and also 0 warnings. So after creating the X file, we have to program the 8051 microcontroller. So just now up to this, just we have created the X file, then we have to program. For programming the 8051 microcontroller, we have to use another tool called Flip 2.4.2. So it is a in-system programming tool. In-system programming tool. Even instead of that, even we can use FlashMagick also. That is another tool. But here we are using Flip. It is the in-system programming tool for programming the 8051 microcontroller. First we have to choose which device we are programming. Go to device, select 89C51 ED2. Then click OK, because this is the specific device we are using in our 8051 kit used in the lab. Then click OK. So then go to file, load the X file. So we have created the X file, squarewave.hex. Select that file and open. Then click on this cable icon. So then RS232 option will pop up. Click on that. Here select the port and baud rate. So port is COM3 and the baud rate is 9600. So depending on for which port you have connected your 8051 microcontroller kit, accordingly you have to choose the port. It is not fixed always. In some of the host computers, maybe COM ports up to COM1 to COM6. Then depending on where you have connected the that serial cable or USB cable, accordingly the port number will change. You have to choose the suitable port. But now I have connected my 8051 controller kit to the COM3 port. Then select the baud rate 9600. Then connect. So sometimes it will show the timeout error. Then you click on the reset button in the 8051 microcontroller kit and try again. So then you have to wait for some time. So it has to perform these 4 operations. Erase the previous program which is loaded or already present in the 8051 microcontroller. Then we have to check that whether the memory is blank, that device, then program and verify. So then click on run. So automatically all these 4 operations will take place automatically. It takes a few seconds. You have to wait for that. Now parallelly you can see that. So now all the 4 options will appear in green and also check mark, so that all the 4 steps are performed. So then start the application. So now the programming is over. So then you have to check output on 8051 microcontroller kit. This power supply connection. It will be connected to the power supply. So it is a power supply connection. So then it is a USB cable connection. So it will be connected to the computer COM3 port. So other end is connected to 8051 microcontroller kit. So then one connection. So in the program we have used the port 3 of 8051 microcontroller. So these are the ports of 8051 microcontroller. This port 3, port 0 we are using in the program. Therefore port 0 is connected to CN15. So if we short these two, port 0 and CN15, this is the connection made by using FRC cable. So this is for the DAC. So for generation of square wave, triangular wave, sine wave or sawtooth waveform, this connection remains same. So whatever the output we are getting from the port 0, that will be connected to the DAC input through this CN15 connector. Then to check the output, so this part is digital to analog conversion. It has an IC called 08 DAC 0808 that will convert whatever the digital signal coming here to the analog form. So the output of the digital to analog converter we are getting here. So there is a DAC out here. So that will be connected to the CRO. That will be connected to the CRO. On the CRO we can observe the output. You can observe the waveform on the CRO.